Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance.
Tim Macindoe.
My question is to the Minister of Finance. What reports has he received on the economy?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, more good news. This week we've seen reports that both jobs and wages are growing. The Household Labour Force survey released today shows that 43,000 jobs were created in the past year, 43,000 new jobs, with unemployment at 6.5%. Earlier in the week, the QES showed that even after adjusting for inflation, the after-tax average wage grew 2.1% in the past year.
Tim Macindoe.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Supplementary question. How has the economy performed through recent economic shocks?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, both the economy and New Zealanders have been remarkably resilient. The figures for the last quarter include the considerable impact of the Christchurch earthquake. But the numbers show the economy has been growing moderately and unemployment has been slowly falling from a peak of 7% in 2009. Since the peak in 2009, there have been 61,000 new jobs and total hours worked are up about 4%.
Tim Macindoe.
Supplementary question. Thank you, Mr Speaker. How much have real after-tax wages risen in the past year?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, if you use the measure that Parliament has legislated as the basis for calculating national superannuation, then the after-tax average wage rose by 7.4% in the past year due to a combination of wage growth and the 1 October tax cuts. Over the same year, inflation was 5.3%, driven in large part by the increase in GST. So the real after-tax average wage increased by 2.1% in the year to June, even after accounting for all consumer price increases, including food, petrol and the increase in GST.
Tim Macindoe.
Question. Thank you, Mr Speaker. How has the government's tax switch contributed to increases in real after-tax wages?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, as the member may recall, in Budget 2010, the government reduced income taxes and increased GST and the taxation on investment property, as well as closing a number of loopholes around working for families and other income assistance. The package helped to rebalance our economy away from excessive consumption and debt towards savings, investment and exports.
Question number 3, the Honourable David Cunliffe.